Alright, I think we're live here. Gonna get going on some corn harvest. Just let me double check something real quick. I might have to reset the money again because I was having troubles with that. Let me look here. Oh, okay. So it actually saved. Okay, well, then never mind. Won't have to worry about that then. Okay. Suppose we better get started here. Corn harvest. At least finish this field up. Let me do something real quick. I want to turn automatic engine start off. There we go. So we'll start that up. Does this have IC for? There we go. Now back in here. I'm not gonna let this warm up because it's not like we let this sit here for a day. So we'll get lined up here. Set up the GPS. Let's see here. Alright, we're rolling. Back here again. Hopefully we'll be able to get some linemen done today. Look at the contracts, see if there's anything decent. Field 8. Kind of far away from us a little bit. I'm not sure. I think that we could take that gravel road down. And we gotta haul up to here. This guy's bin site. Looks like it's still yielding bad. Sounds about right. Wonder where the... Oh, yeah, there we go. Okay. The other stream from yesterday turned out pretty good, so figured I'd do another one. One second. One sec. I'll be right back. I'll still be playing, but I'll be right back. hopefully we'll be able to get this field line. This field. We'll be out, hopefully get a little bit, get them lined, maybe start on fall tillage. Spent a lot of corn. Jeez. Get rearranged here. Boy, we got an awful lot of mud on the tires. I guess this stuff must be pretty muddy, but whatever. So, I think I might just have a hard worker do the next field, and then we can work on liming. And yeah, I think all we're gonna be doing is just some liming. So, but otherwise, I don't think we're gonna be doing much else really. So. Let me look here. So, I mean, yeah, this looks like an alright field to do a hard worker on. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. It's fairly squared. I don't think it'll be too bad. So, yeah. Nice little corn here. Jeez. But, yeah, too bad we don't fit all that in one pass, but anyway. We'll hook the 8R up to the lime spreader. We'll spread lime. So, yeah. Guys, 1 second. I'll be right back. So yeah, I guess there ain't really nothing much else to talk about. Guess we could look at some equipment. That looks ugly. Yikes. Does not look good. It's kind of a neat tractor. Got the I don't know what you want to call them. They're not clamp duals, but they're just the ones where you got that little rod there or whatever. See, that's the thing with these, or with this tractor, is it's on like 36-inch spacing, which is kind of annoying. Definitely kind of a different tractor though. But looks like this has got the option for 30, 36, and 40-inch row spacing. Here's the tractor we have. I wonder, can you upgrade this? 550. I mean, that might be enough horsepower, because we aren't going to need a whole lot of horsepower. Because, I mean, all we're doing is just pulling it across the field. And, I mean, it's fairly flat ground, I guess. It's not really. I suppose it does kind of have some terrain to it. The ground that we're on. Yeah, no, we better get a bigger tractor. So. Otherwise, everything's pretty good. Hello, throttle bros. Finishing up this field here. Crap. While we wait for that to unload, I'm gonna hop in the 8R real quick and hook it up to the lime spreader. Cheat in some lime. So I'm way too lazy to actually buy pallets and do it that way. I think this should have a decent sized spreading width, so hopefully we'll probably have to mess with those settings. There we go. Looks a little better. Back in the combine. hopefully when we move over that field, I think once we get over that other field, I think there'll be some way better corn. I'm pretty sure it will be though, because that's probably one of our best fields that we own, soil type wise. I don't know when I'll be able to stream again, but probably be sometime, I guess. I don't know. Then we'll fold the corn head over to here, dump it into the grain pit, and while that's dumping, we'll hop into here, bring him over here, dump him, and then we'll hop in here, get this guy going on spreading this field. But yeah, I think this field will do a lot better because we got a lot of loam in this field, and it's 101% yield bonus, so hopefully that'll do better than this field, because a lot of this is loamy sand, and this has a 88% yield bonus for yield potential, yeah. So that's one field down. Fold up the corn head so we can fit through the yard. I wonder how much corn did we get off this field. 260,900 or 9,514. That's a good amount of corn, that's for sure. Actually, we'll set this up so that when we pull under it with the grain cart, it'll dump into the grain cart, and then the grain cart will dump into the pit. Get the auger out. We gotta unfold that, I suppose. There we go. So we'll get the last bit of corn into here. And then we'll have this fill out a good amount, 12%. So I don't think we're going to have to worry about storage. We'll hop in here. Let's move over to this next field. Let me turn the GPS off. Auto steer. We'll unfold the corn head here. Get this guy set up on combining. So this will be the last field of corn for this year. Open right up into here. Should probably do 2 headlands. Going straight up and down. Yeah. Looks good. So we'll have him going on there. And we'll just bring this kinda over to the next field, which is pretty close to home, so we won't use the semi-truck. We'll probably just run it across the field, since we're not hardly going anywhere. Parker right there. Could probably shut it off. Run over to this tractor. We'll get started on Lyman. Let me spread a little bit here, just so I can get okay, that seems about right. Set up the GPS. Scoot it over a little bit so we're getting that edge piece. Good enough. There we go. Now we're spreading. Just go into here. Maybe just a tish bit heavier. Yeah, that looks good. There we go. Spreader's working out pretty good. Yeah, for the headlands, we'll set it up once we get going on the long passes up and down. But for now, I think we'll leave it right where it's at is good enough. So check in on this guy. Yield is terrible, but I think he's doing okay. So we'll get set up here again. I think we'll just round that corner off. No big deal if we miss a little. I like that going 19-mile-an-hour spreading is kind of unrealistic, so we'll slow it down a little. It seems a little better. Let's look at, I wonder how much it would be to just rent maybe a ripper for this year, since we don't really have that much money. 6 grand. I mean, I might just rent it just for the 8R. Or I could rent one like this. Oh boy. Nope. That is atrocious. Right here is some pretty bad soil type. We got silty clay and pretty much sandy ground. Scoot it over a little here, missing a little. I might buy a tender truck, and if I got a tender truck in here, or like a semi-trailer like this. Maybe if I got one of them, I might load it manually. Load this spreader manually. Yeah, no, I don't think they have the one that I'm looking for. We could get this, because the rear end of the trailer goes all the way up. That'd be kind of cool. Might try that out. Looks like he's at an 80% fill tank, or he's at 80% for grain wise, so we'll finish off this pass here, and then we'll go over there and check him out, see how he's doing. We'll go dump him. That's about good. I wonder how far along is he? I think he's probably a... Oh boy, he is way down there. Gotta get down there. Yeah, he's full. So it's not too bad, I guess. I mean, this is a pretty big field, but you got full on the headland, so. But it could definitely be a lot better. But I guess the soil type plays a big role in a lot of these fields. So we'll head our way down there. But 1 second here. I'll still be playing. I gotta take a phone call. had to take a phone call. I might have to be getting off here pretty soon because we're gonna have some people come over. I think I'm just gonna drive around the edge of the field about to where till I think he's gonna get full, and I'll leave the cart there so I don't have to drive it all that way again. I think this is a pretty sweet grain cart setup. It'd just be nice if this tractor went a little faster, but it doesn't really go that fast. I mean, I suppose it is kind of fast. How fast? I mean, it is pretty fast, I guess. I mean, 25 mile an hour with a half-loaded grain cart with tracks. That's pretty good. And this tractor's kind of overkill. I mean, 460 horsepower is kind of a lot for this tractor, or kind of a lot for this grain cart. I think we'll probably get full like right around here. So let me pull to the side of the field. Alright, I'll be right back. It'll be like 2 minutes tops. Alright, I'm back. So I think I'll be able to stream for another about an hour. Then I'll have to go. So I mean, if it comes down to it, I would be down for swapping this tractor out for the grain cart tractor, or the tractor we got on the cart at least, and then we could hold on, having troubles with the GPS here, 1 sec. There we go. Should be working now. I think it is. You can't really tell where you spread, which is kind of annoying, but whatever. See how the combine's doing. He's doing alright. See if I can mess with the settings here. See how well that works. Turning around. I mean, yeah, we're putting down a decent rate, I guess. I don't know, maybe a little higher. A little too high. That seems just about right. See what it's like when we get to this pocket here. Yeah, I think we'll run that. So 0.5. That's pretty good. You can't really run automatic because on maps where the soil type changes a lot, it's kind of struggles to like spread it consistently. Like on a changing soil type, it'll actually stop spreading, and then it'll start spreading again once the soil type changes. So basically, all along here, 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 and here, here, all around the edges of these soil types, all of that would be changing a ton. And all that, there would just be some areas where just lime just straight up wasn't being spread, so. But kind of tempted to put the this tractor on there. How fast does it go? So this goes 24, this goes 31. So that's actually a ton faster. That's kind of nice. I mean, I guess we aren't putting down it too much, but I guess it's kind of hard to tell because of it's not automatic and what it should be. But what I kind of tend to do is I do automatic for a little bit, and then I try to get a rate that matches that in that soil type. Because if you didn't notice, it actually kind of does it automatically even with the soil types. Because you know how this stuff here, this is a different soil type obviously. This is silty clay. You notice how this is heavier than this loam. So I try to match it with that, but it bugs the crap out of me why it does that darker strip in towards the middle, and then on the farther out it does kind of a weaker spread. Kind of bugs me, but I guess it is what it is. Finish this pass here. Hop in the grain cart. Dump this out. We'll probably unload this then in the grain bins because that'll be getting somewhat full. And then we'll take it down to that end of the field probably. Get in the center there. I'm not sure what he's going to want to do for turning around, but I'm just going to pull out and then wait for this is probably one of my favorite jobs is doing running grain cart and maybe I think planting. Those are my two favorite jobs in the farm sim probably. Is running grain cart and doing a little planting. He's gonna have to switch over to second headland. He's gonna pull right up through here. Then we'll just whip around right by the dryer. Actually, I don't know, I feel like it'd be kind of unrealistic to run. I mean, that looks like a pretty big ripper. How many shanks is it? One. What is this? A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, that's a lot of shanks. And it's not only shanks, but you got discs, more discs, and then you got some rolling baskets at the back. But I think I'll just swap it because that 8R will be kind of nice because that'll be a good bit faster. Whoa. Gotta get better at driving. Yep, looks like he's taking off the second headline there. So we'll head down to about where he was. Boy, these are like some mile-long passes right here. Jesus. These are pretty long passes here, right here. Just a little bit, and then they get quite a bit shorter. I think like right about here would be good. So we'll get out of there. Let's go hop in the 8R. And get back to fertilizing that ground. Spreading a little lime. The wrong way. There we go. Whoa. That's the thing I don't really like about this auto steer is how sharply it turns you. So, I mean, if you turn that sharp in real life, going that speed, there's like a 1000% chance that you're gonna wreck something. I'll be kind of excited to see what it's like running that ripper on the, or running that tractor on the ripper. 'Cause I haven't even used that ripper before, so, and I usually don't really do that much tillage. Usually, the only tillage I usually do is basically like corn stalks. I kind of like to do like, I like to just run, where is it? This land all over them because it mulches it at the front, and then you get the disc effect at the back, and it leaves a nice seed bed on corn stalks. And then I usually just do no-till on the soybean ground. But I think I'll just run the Salford over the bean ground, and then I'll rip and Salford the corn ground, since that's got more roots and all that stuff. But I mean, this costs a lot, so it'd be kind of nice if I could find a smaller one. Or, I'm kind of surprised they don't really make a smaller turbo tiller Salford like this tool there. I'm surprised they don't even have a third party one. I mean, so it'd be kind of nice if there was one where it just had those wings there, like just these two wings, not these wings here in the middle. So it'd be a 3-section. That'd be pretty nice. That'd probably make it a lot less horsepower, and then maybe then we could run it probably a little better. But there's that 80% again. So we'll hop out of here, get in the Steiger, and then, I mean, we don't even have to buy the tractor I was looking at last stream. I forgot what we were looking at, or what tractor we were gonna buy. I mean, I would be down for trying out this. I don't like how the wheels are fitting though. Okay. Oops. I might get or I might bring the truck down here so we'd have something dumping all the way down here, because I don't really want to drive all the way back up there in just the truck and grain cart. So depending on where this guy gets full, I might bring the truck down here. So we'll probably park this there and then get back in the 8R. I think depending on how quick we get that field finished up liming on this next dump, when I go to the bin side again, I might just swap it out right then and there, since we'll be closer to the 8R. I mean, I think for sure the 8R could pull this grain cart. I mean, it's only like, what, 1100 bushel grain cart. And plus it's an 8400R, so that's like 400 horsepower, I think. Right there might be a little too far. Right there's good enough. Loving this John Deere so far. I like this spread setup in general. I've seen this spreader once in real life, and they had it on 4-wheel drive. I think they had it on like a 9630 John Deere, something like, if I have the mod, or if it, no, it's not it. I don't have it in here. Well, it's basically the John Deere 9630, the 4-wheel drive. So we can we're able to cover quite a bit of ground. This spreads it out way farther than I would have thought. But we definitely aren't gonna need much more of a tractor for this stuff. I think 2 tractors is just fine because we're just doing a row crop operation. I might try out doing some side dressing though. I feel like that'd be kind of cool if we tried out doing some side dressing, and I might get into that fiber dash thing. That'd be kind of cool. I always wanted to get into that stuff, but I never really wanted to take the time and deal with all the mixing and that stuff. I'd probably have to do a freaking tutorial or something. What's the combiner now? Yeah, it's still all the way down there. I mean, it doesn't pull too hard, really, I guess. I mean, all we're doing is this, pretty much lugging around weight, and then we got the PTO going. But I would assume this weighs quite a bit, this fertilizer spreader. Yeah, we're in the range of 1900 and 1500 RPMs, so I mean, it's not making it pull super hard. It's not bogging it down at all, so that's good. Everything's working out pretty good though. I like the big tires on that spreader. I think it makes it look a lot better. But I think I'll probably do maybe a little more first person farming. I mean, it's pretty easy running this though, because I got the auto steer set up. So it turns around on the headlands, and all I gotta do is just turn it off and turn it on. So that makes it pretty easy. Kinda looks cool. It's Can-Am. It looks pretty neat. What about this Duramax? Oh my think I'll stick with my 6.7 power stroke. Or no, yeah, 6.7. I think we got like one pass left. I think, yeah. If we miss a little bit, I'm just gonna say forget it. It's not worth it going back and getting that little tiny bit. Finish this pass here and then we'll go dump him. Bring him up to the yard and then we'll do the swap. Spot there. Oh yeah, got the patriotic setup. Got the flag on the combine, flag on the grain cart. Oh yeah. Wait for this guy to make this corner. I have a full grain cart here. Like this. Hello, High Pine Farming. How's it going? Yeah. Oh, crap. Just looking at the chat. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Got some nice mods. Although, this setup right here, this tractor and grain cart, I think are crossplay. This grain cart is the patriotic one that came out a little while ago. Same with this Steiger. I think the thing I like about the four-wheel drive the most with these tractors is the Firestone tires. That's probably my favorite part. Looks like this guy's cutting it down the middle. We'll finish up this one pass of liming that we got here, and then we will go ahead and start in on, then we'll do the swap, and then we will start in on ripping. Yeah, it just came out a little while ago, this map. I was or I was gonna download it a little while ago, but I was having issues downloading it. It's a PC map. I got it off of itch.io. It's by MRG Mapping, I think. I think there's a 22 version of it, but I'm pretty sure it's, in my opinion, it's kind of bad. I think there's a good version that you can get on 22. I think you have to pay money for it though. It's on Patreon, I'm pretty sure. So all the lime spreading we're going to do for now until we get another field combined. So we'll hook this up to the grain cart and then we'll put the Steiger on the ripper. And then I'll go check on the combine. Empty him out and then we'll get rolling on ripping some ground. Where could I unhook this? About good. So we'll unhook that, hook up to the ripper, and then we'll go and fill it out in the field. We'll let that get unfolded. Pretty sure the combine, he's probably gonna get full here pretty soon. Kinda excited to see how this 8R is gonna handle on this cart. Yeah, it looks like, I can see the corn on his hopper, so he must be getting pretty full. Hopefully he makes it down here. I don't think I saw the 80% thing go off. Maybe it did. Not too sure. There it goes. I'm pretty sure this is actually the map that, if you watch the Red Man Buck, this is the map that he was doing that, one dairy series on, where he's doing dairy cows. And he did a bunch of chopping and hand on it. I forgot. I think it was the Hay Farm series, maybe not. But I'm pretty sure he's played on this map before too. But this is public now for PC, I think, only. I don't know if MRG has plans to make it console friendly, but that'd be kind of pretty sick. It's a pretty good map, I guess. It's got a lot of big fields, so that's kind of why I picked this to do a live stream series on, because it's got a whole bunch of bigger fields. So that's about good. This is all unfolded. Let's get ready to start ripping. Get a line up here. Let's shift this over a little. It's pulling fairly hard, but I guess it's not too bad. See what we can do for the headland. Gotta turn field stones off before we get too far. 'Cause I don't know about you guys, but I personally hate dealing with rocks. I always usually just turn them off. Is this? Alright, that's gonna bug me if it's gonna do stuff like that. We're gonna swap this out. Probably can't afford a new one. 8 meter. We'll just rent this one for now till we get a ripper that we can for sure use. Because I'm not going to use that ripper if it's going to have little bugs like that. It just kind of bugs the crap out of me. But the fact that it was sliding on that little bit of a hill kind of bugs me. Probably isn't really made for that kind of hill though, I guess, but whatever. That's right, hold on. Let me drive back to where I was. Keep on forgetting to reset the shot trigger. Holy cats, that makes some pretty decent sized ruts. I think for this first pass we'll do just the same as so I don't mess anything up. So I don't have to go back and do a little extra. Is it going to do the same width or is it going to be... Okay. So it'll do the same width. Okay. So this one's not sliding. Okay, sweet. We're rolling here. I gotta set the... yeah, looks good. way too much. Let's do 10 meters. Yeah, I can go first person. I was just getting everything set up. Messing around with the GPS, getting the headland turnaround set up. I think that guy's getting full. I'll up in here real quick. I don't know. I might try to do course plan this field and just have it automatically do it, because I don't really want to be in the middle of ripping and then having to get out because the combine's getting full. Going pretty good here so far. What's it yielding? Yeah, it's doing alright. Soil type. It's pretty good, I guess. Pretty full load. Head back to the other end of the field. We'll put that in the bins. Now we're really flying. This farm is a pre-built farm. I didn't build it, so this is a pre-built farm, so it came with the map. I didn't build it at all. I didn't really customize anything on it yet. I don't think there is anything that I would really want to customize. Maybe if I get a bigger operation someday, I'll take out some of these trees, put in a new shop. But otherwise, I like this farm. I love the bin site and the sheds and all that. I like the color scheme, like the white and gray. I think that's probably my favorite color scheme for a farm, probably. Hop back in the other tractor and start ripping. hopefully the turnaround works good this time. I think the thing that I'm most excited for is probably the Salford, I think. That'll be pretty cool to try that out on this plow ground. See how well that will do. I think this is a pretty good ripper. I think they had a third-party mod like this in 22, I think. They had a third-party mod ripper that kind of looked like this. Honestly, this is probably one of my favorite rippers, just looks-wise. I like how it looks. What is it? Yeah, 2720. Turn off the HUD. Here we go. I don't know. Sometimes I kind of like playing without the HUD. Sometimes I like playing with it. But it's definitely probably going to take us multiple streams to get this all knocked out. This is not very big of a ripper. So it's honestly probably ripping all of our corn ground will probably take us like 4 or 5 streams. Depending on how long, you know. Let me make that a little smaller, probably like 7 meters. There we go. Should work a little better. Oh crap. Crap. Well, that guy's gonna be full. Well, too late now. Yeah, no, he's gonna have a whole pass there. There's no way that he's making it back down. So we'll just have to follow behind him until he gets full. Going pretty good here. How's it yielding? Yeah, it's yielding pretty decent. Don't look. Gonna have to run over a little bit of corn. I think I switched the tracks for tires on the grain cart last stream. Or I switched the tires for tracks, because I think they look better. Get back to ripping. I don't know. What do you guys want to see? Do you want to see me running the Ripper? Or do you want to see me running grain cart? If you want to see me running the Ripper, then I'll just probably try to set up courseplay to unload that combine. But if you guys want to see me running grain cart, then I'll just run grain cart and I'll get the semi out here. We got a lot of ripping to knock out. You know, I never realized how slow and painful ripping is, running the Ripper, so I don't know, probably gonna have to, might buy another one of these so we could just get this done quicker. So I could just have a hired worker do like skip rows, and then we would have to use the in-game GPS. That'd be kind of sweet. Because then we could be running 2 of these Rippers and getting this done twice as fast. We could put the other Ripper on the AR. But otherwise everything's going good. Pretty much. I got the bean net over here, because that'll be the first field of soybeans that we'll start in on. But I think we'll probably make a good chunk of change off of corn this year. Hopefully enough to buy a new tractor. The new tractor I wanted to buy is, well, I want a bigger tractor in general. Something that we could run on the, whatchamacallit, the big tractor. Or not the big tractor, something that I could run on the, just had a brain fart. Something I could run on the, oh my gosh, I'm struggling here. What's this tool called? Salford. Something that we could run on this, because this takes 600 horsepower. And this does not have 600 horsepower. This has 467. So 6-7. But anyway, I think I'm gonna be wrapping up the stream here fairly soon, because we got some people coming over. So I think I'll probably finish this pass, and then I'll probably call it a day for now. It's been like what? Yeah, hour-and-a-half long stream, so. I'm not sure when I'll be streaming next. I don't know, kinda depends, I guess, if I got homework or not. And if we're gonna be doing something IRL, working cattle or something. For sure, though, I'd like to get a weekend stream in. Maybe like a 4-hour stream. So we can, finish up ripping. Or maybe we could do all of our ripping in one stream. Getting to the end here. I mean, we got a good amount. That's a good starting amount for the little time that we've been ripping, I think. I don't know. Time kind of flies when I'm live streaming, so. I'll shut that off there. So yeah, I think I'll call it a day here, guys. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the live stream. I'll be live sometime from today or tomorrow or something. So anyways, I'll see you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.